Welcome to C++ video lectures. In this lecture we are going to study about variables, data types, and we'll make a program after that. But before starting, I would like to tell you to turn on to the full screen mode by clicking on full screen button situated at bottom right corner of this YouTube video. So I was talking about variables. What are variables? Variables are anything that can store values, and those values can be anything like a character A, B, C, or like any number, say 0, 1, 2, or any decimal number like 0.1, 1.1. So variables can store any kind of values, and we have to give a variable name, and variable name is made up of any digit or letter, but the first character should be a letter like AB. It is a valid variable name since it is made up of letters and first character is letter. Similarly, AB1, this is also a valid variable name since the first character is letter. This thing is letter and it is made up of letters and digits. And this one ABC, it is not a valid name since the first character here is digit, so we can have only letters in first character. And now I'll tell you about data types in C++. As I've already told you, variables can store any kind of value. So how can we determine what values the variable is storing? So in that case we use data types, and there are 4 built-in data types in C++ language. Those are integer represented by int, and character represented by char, and float, and the last one is double. These 4 are the fundamental or built-in data types. I'm giving it a heading: fundamental or built-in data types. We'll make a program on each one of them, but let me explain it to you first. What is an integer? We all know integer is any number like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or any negative number like -1, -2, -3, -4. So integer can store any number, but it cannot store decimal values like 1.1, 1.2, etc. Character can store any character like A, B, C, or even 1, 2, 3, 4. And float is similar to int, but it can also store decimal number like 1.1, 2.1, etc. And double and float are the same thing, but in double the range is quite high. It's 10 raised to power minus 308 to 10 raised to power 308, and in float the range is 10 raised to power minus 38 to 10 raised to power 38. So for a small number, float and double are same thing, but if we require to store a huge number, then we will use double instead of float. So these are the 4 built-in data types, and in C++ language we have 4 derived data types. What are derived data types? Derived data types are derived from the original built-in or fundamental data types. There are 4 derived data types: array, function, pointer, let me get in this next line, and last one is reference. These 4 we will study later on as we progress in our C++ tutorials. And there are also 4 user defined data types. 4 user defined data types, and these are structure which we have already studied in C language, but I will explain it to you in the coming lectures. Union, class. This class is the most important part of C++ language. And the last is enumeration. So friends, these are the 4 built-in data types: int, that is integer, character, float, and double. These are 4 derived data types. Derived data types are derived from the original built-in or fundamental data types. What are the 4 derived data types? Array, function, pointer, and reference. And these are user defined data types. This has nothing to do with the built-in data types. And what are the four user-defined data types? Structure, union, class, and enumeration. Now I will be making programs on the built-in data types, that is integer, character, float, and double, which is the most important part in C++ language. So I'm making programs on them on developer C++. So click on file and then on new and then on source file. But before starting, please turn on to full screen mode so that whatever I type here you can read it clearly. So first of all, I will include header files, include iostream, and include conio.h. Then we will be using namespace, and after that main function. Friends, here I will make three integer variables, int a, b, and c. This is how we declare variables. Just type the data type integer and you can write any number of variables separated by comma, and at the end we write semicolon. If I have to declare only one variable, I will write int any variable name, suppose a, and after that semicolon. But here I will be using three variables, three integer variables, so I'll write int a, b, comma, c, and semicolon. Now I will be adding two numbers. First number I'll store in a, suppose a is equal to 10, and after that semicolon. B is equal to 5, semicolon, and c is equal to a plus b. Here I have used the third variable c to store the sum of a plus b. We know a is 10 and b is 5, so a plus b is 15, so c is equal to 15. I will print using cout sum is, if I write c here, it will print sum is c, it will not print the value of c, which is 15. So in order to avoid that, I have to write c outside the codes. So I will close quotes here and then I will again use this cout operator and I will write c. It will print sum is which and the value of c, that is 15, and after that semicolon and get ch, so that output window does not close. There you go. Now I'm compiling the program, control F9. It is asking me to save the file. I can give any name, suppose I'm giving it C++1. There you go, 0 errors. I'm compiling, running the program, control F10. There you go, the sum is 15. So we have studied integer. Now we will study character. I can make any character variable using char. So suppose this header file and main function, this is same for all the programs, so I'm not erasing that. Now I'm making any character variable, say character ch, and in order to store something in character variable, you need to write in single quotes. Say I'm storing a inside it. In integer, we directly assign value by equal to operator. That is, suppose the variable name is a, I will write a is equal to 5, semicolon. But in character, we have to write it inside single quotes. Like here, ch is equal to a. It is inside single quotes. After that, semicolon. Now cout ch, get ch. We know that ch has a stored inside it, so we are printing ch, so a would be printed on output screen. So I am compiling the program, control F9, 0 errors. Now running the program, control F10. There you go, the output window shows a. So we have studied character fundamental data type, and now float and double, as I have already told you, both of them are same, only range is different. So I'll make an example of float only. One thing I want to tell you, that in integers we can store only round of values, that is we cannot store in decimals. So if we divide 10 by 3 in integer, the answer would be 3, not 3.33 or whatever, since in integers we cannot have decimal values. So in most of the cases in which division is involved, we use float variables. So I will show you an example. Float a comma b, let me remove this, b comma c and semicolon. Now I'm assigning a is equal to 10, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to a by b, and I'm printing c out c. So we know that a is 10 and b is 3, so c is equal to 10 by 3. So let's see what the answer is. What is the answer? I will compile the program first. Control F9. Let me check it once again. Okay, I forgot to put a semicolon over here, so I'm compiling the program. There you go, 0 errors. Now running the program, Control F10. There you go. Answer is 3.333. But if we use integer here in place of float, let me show it to you. I'm using integer over here, and let's see the result. First I'm going to compile the program. There you go, 0 errors. Now running the program. There you go. Answer is 3, since in integer we skip the decimal part. So whenever any division part is involved, we will use float variables. So friends, that is what we have for today. In the next lecture we will study a lot more about C++. You can also download this video and lots of other videos in high definition from my website, sites.google.com/site/pl lectures. Let me repeat it once again, sites.google.com/site/pl lectures. So till next lecture, goodbye, take care.